Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel where we discuss the creative uses of AI, and I'd like to make a short video just to throw a different angle at Suno version 3 and its ability to create these great songs. We've done a full video on it. I'll put a link here somewhere. If you're new to Suno, you can check that out and hear just how great it is and the variety of styles. And there's a lot of people who are spending time using this tool to generate new music based on prompts they've given or lyrics that they've fed in, and then they're releasing these songs, putting them out on the marketplace for sale. I have no problem with that. They're, for the most part, the people I know who are doing it are saying these are AI songs and putting it out there as their own. And just like I defend AI art as this iterative process between you and the prompt and the result until you get what you want, it's still an artistic expression from the person doing it. The fact that it was generated with AI or any other tool that helps you really shouldn't make that much of a difference if the viewer of the art or the listener of the music enjoys it. What do they care where it came from? Now, I'll tell you who cares is the other artists and the musicians who spend years on their craft to create songs to get the same result from people. Well, unfortunately, this is just the way of things, but I think that there's a way that just like artists and traditional animators can use these tools and make them even better at what they do, so can musicians. Now, the quality of the Suno output is not, in my mind, ready for even CD quality distribution, certainly not streaming channels. It's a little compressed and just not the quality that I would want to put my name on if I was selling it. I'd want it to be higher fidelity. But there's a tool available that's been on the market since the 90s that will allow you to take that song to the next level in terms of production, using what is generated by Suno as a starting point to create something with further instrumentation, a variety of styles, professional voices, and so on. So let's take a look at how we would do that. Now, first of all, let's go to Suno. Now, I'm not going to go over again how Suno works because you can link to that video or a million others that show you the premise of this thing. You're typing in lyrics or you're asking it to create lyrics in a certain style and it creates a song. We're going to use this one as an example. Let's just listen to a little bit of it so you can get an idea of what it is. Okay, you get the idea. It's a bounty country song, very simple in its structure. It's a great example for what we're going to do here. Let's just download this audio file that it created. And now that we've got that on a hard drive, we're going to launch a program called Band in a Box. Band in a Box has been around, like I said, since the early 90s, maybe even before that. And it allows you to plug in chords of any song, and then it will generate accompaniment in a variety of styles. Back in the early days, it just generated MIDI files that sounded kind of very synthesizer-y. But over time, they've added something called real styles and real tracks, where the accompaniment is actually real musicians playing real instruments. And so everything sounds like it comes out of a studio. It's pretty freaking amazing. Basically, it works like this. Let's just say I wanted to generate something in a standard blues pattern. I would just type in literally C7, F7, C7, C7. I won't go through the whole thing. And then I choose any style I want. And there are many to choose from, provided you've got them. And I have been downloading styles for years. But let's just say a basic blues style. I can search up here. Unfortunately, the search bar is not on the screen at the moment. Just type blues piano. Okay, so we're going to choose the 40s boogie piano swing. Let me resize this window a little bit so we can see what's happening here when I click play. This will allow us to preview all these styles with the chords that we've got plugged in up here. Okay, or let's say I wanted to do jump and rock and roll with piano. Or Texas blues rock with piano. Yeah, no. We can choose a style like jazz, for example. We want to keep the tempo about the same. Crooner big band with sticks. You get the idea. How is this going to work with Suno? Now, this program is very deep. It has a zillion features and all of them incredible. So I invite you to go check this program out. It's available for Mac and Windows. It's got hundreds of features and they're adding new features every time they update it. It's definitely worth checking out. If you're a musician or you need to generate a lot of music beds and you don't want to pay licensing fees, you can use this tool as I have for years. You can go check it out at pgmusic.com. Okay, now how do we put this all together? Well, underneath audio here, we've got something called Launch Audio Chord Wizard. Can you guess what that does? If you guess that it listens to the audio and figures out the chords and then places them in the program all by itself, well, You're pretty much right. Let's do it. We're just going to open up Tractors and Tails, which was the name of our song. This is its initial analysis of this file. We'll let it finish filling up the screen here. Let's just click play and see what happens. It plays the song. Weird, right? Okay, what we need to do is tell Band in a Box where the bars are. Like, what is the beat and how do we want it to translate the tempo into the main program so we can start playing with other styles. First, we need to move this red bar over to where I want beat 1 to be. So there's a little bit of an intro, a little pickup, and then it gets right into it. So let's watch carefully where that lands. So it lands right here. So I'm going to move this. Wait, was it there or there? I missed it. I swear, my memory. All right, good. We got it there. What we've got here is it's divided this up into beats, but it seems a little off. Let's look. Yeah, beat 2 is actually here, so we're going to slide this over, and you'll see now, just with those adjustments, it learns. You can see that it's kind of lined up now. Let's look at it. Now they're landing on the right beat. If we look at this tempo here, you see it's 213 beats per minute, which seems about right. Let's go ahead and click OK, send to Band in a Box and see what happens. When we click that, we're going to click this button here that says make a tempo map in Band in a Box to sync the MIDI with the audio. That just makes sure that whatever we do here, it's going to line up directly with the audio, if you need it to do that, which we do in this case for this example. So I've done that. And that's indicated by these little red lines here next to the chord names. I also need to click Enable Style, and then I'm just going to close this up. We'll notice up here that there's already a style loaded in. It's J. Fred P.S. Jazzy Country. Since this is a country song, let's just see what it comes up with. But before we do that, let's bring up the mixer because we're going to want to be able to turn down the volume of the audio track so we can see how it's lining up and that it's in the same key and all those other things. So let's pull up the mixer here and click play. All right, so we're mostly hearing the recording, so let's mute it completely. So now all you're hearing is what Band in a Box is generating. So if I turn down the audio, you can hear this going on in the background. So I think you get the possibilities. We now have at our disposal hundreds and hundreds of styles that we can put on top of this song with the same chord structure and even use the same audio track because it's going to sync up if we want to. Let's preview some other styles, but let's totally mute the audio track because that's just going to confuse us. Let's go back up here and we can choose any style we want to. Right now it's filtered for country. Let's just take the filter off and we'll see the entire list. Now this is something, these styles are things that Band in a Box sells and they add new ones every year. I just happen to have a ton of them that I built up over the years. So let's say Memphis Swing Fast and see what that sounds like with these chords. Okay, how about Fast Western Swing with electric guitar? Let's play with this style. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. That will apply the style here. So if we unmute the audio. Now, of course, the obvious problem is we've got this audio track with all that music on it, but we're trying to replace the music track and still use the vocals. How would we do such a thing? We're going to use a website called vocalremover.org, which allows you to remove the vocals from your audio track absolutely free. And all we got to do is say, browse my files. Once again, just load in Tractors and Tails, and it is separating the audio right now. Okay, that took probably less than 30 seconds to do, and you can see what we've got here is a track with clearly what has the music on it and a track that's just the vocals. So if we play the music track, which has the volume all the way up, we hear the music as expected. I will turn the music all the way down, turn the vocal all the way up, and move this down here so we can listen.
The sun shines bright. There's a magical place where the critters take flight.
So again, the fidelity of these Suno songs is not the best. In an ideal situation, you would get real vocalists in there to re-sing the songs. For the purposes of this demo, let's try this fun little trick. So we're going to save out just the vocal file, and we're just going to click, we'll choose the MP3 format, we'll click Save, and choose the vocal track. That's all I need right now. And then back in Band in a Box, we can go under the audio menu again and bring in Import Audio, and then this time, we'll bring in that vocal track. It's going to ask if you want to overwrite the existing one, which is fine because we're done with it. We've gotten what we need from it. It can go along its merry way. I'm going to click on OK, not change any of those results. And that's it. It's done. No big fanfare. It's just done. So now we'll make sure the audio is up, and we'll just play this in this fast Western style that we did. And I'll skip ahead to where the lyrics, let's get it going first. All right, totally different feel. Now let's skip ahead to where the lyrics are.
Down in the countryside, where the sun shines bright, there's a magical place where the critters take flight.
I can also play with the reverb down here.
Driving tractors through fields that are so green.
Pretty cool, right? Let's do another style. Let's do something that's a bit more bold, shall we? Let's see if we have metal. We got it. Metal Paranoia. Let's see what this sounds like. Oh wait, turned down the wrong thing. And you'll notice now that all of the instruments now have their own track. You can adjust the bass, you can adjust the drums, the guitar. Sometimes they may not be labeled correctly, but you can find out just by playing with them and muting them which of the instruments in the stack it's adjusting. Change the pan, add reverb to each one. Basically, now you've got the actual instruments in here, and you can change all of these out. You can go in, and if you don't like this particular drum, you can change it out for another one. Now, to go into all the ways you could use this combination of software would take a very long tutorial, and unless there's a real interest in this, I'm not going to put the time into it. However, I did want to show you that you have options as a musician to use a tool like Suno for true inspiration that you can actually work with later. Instead of generating song after song after song trying to get things right, if you lay a groundwork in Suno, a chord structure you like, even some vocals that you like, you can export that, bring it into Band in a Box, and then start using real instruments, make whatever tweaks you want. Then, of course, you could export all of that as a MIDI file into a more sophisticated editor, and then you can do whatever the heck you want to with it. So this is just a good way to generate some starting material for you musicians out there who really want to feel more a part of the process of when using AI to create music. If you enjoyed this type of content, or if you want to see more on this particular technique, I can certainly do that, but you'll need to let me know about it in the comments.
If you subscribe now, I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you do not, I will look for you. I will find you. And I